down, let me continue and give you a little background how we arrived at this session. Talking among ourselves, the steering committee of today's conference decided that the first and central theme of this day should be fostering SME involvement in R&D and innovation. Because this is one of the crucial challenges facing policymakers today. Not the only one, it's one of the crucial. And this is why. I think we all know that innovation and its implementation determines not only the speed, but also the specific path of new economic activities. This is fairly self-evident. It's also true that new economic paths are really and very often the only form of expansion for many economies. I believe, and I think most of us believe, that this is true for developed economies that need to retain their competitive position. This is also true for developing economies that need to rapidly increase employment and standards of living. I also believe that this is true at or near full employment. I think most of us agree. In such circumstance, growth can only occur by the introduction of means of production that are much more efficient. And finally, I think it is also true that innovation is a critical element during long-term economic disruptions, such as we may have seen in the US and in Europe over the last 5 years. 5% of firms disappear. This last part may not be as clear, so let me expand a little bit. As the duration of disruption lengthens, economic agents, either firms or workers, experience an ever deeper depreciation of their factors, be it capital, skills, or social network. At the same time, economic activities, with the duration of time, move to new areas. Thus, returning to pre-economic levels in these disruptive times may presuppose going to new economic paths. I argue, and I think we all agree, that it is at these junctures that the importance of innovative SMEs and their particular effectiveness in introducing disruptive innovation and therefore new economic growth become apparent. Simply stated, innovative SMEs that are ideas rich but current capital poor have much to gain but little to lose by the introduction of innovative, disruptive activities that may leap them frog them, leap or leap them frog. But it could catapult them to the top of the economic pyramid. As such, they are particularly effective for innovation, new growth, and should be the focus of policymakers facing these challenges. Thus, the first panel, as I mentioned, will discuss how private firms and governments are intervening to foster SMEs' involvement in R&D. Our second panel will look at the financial arena in this dynamic and discuss the alternative funding instruments and financial infrastructures that are being introduced to support innovative startups and SMEs. Finally, our third panel will look at the operational aspect. Having looked at the financial and the dynamics, we'll look at the operational aspect, specifically on international markets. And we'll look at how private firms and public entities are assisting innovative entrepreneurs and SMEs to enter the global value chain, not only to compete, but also to produce social impact.